Welcome back to Daytime. Well, I'm sitting here with Darrin Rose, who's comedian, actor, writer, extraordinary, multi-talented guy.
Okay. I like how you add the extraordinaire. That's what I like.
Yeah,
you put that in my bio.
It's my little, like, I want to be a magician's apprentice or something. Extraordinaire! Just throw that in there.
I was just in Vegas and I saw David Copperfield. It was amazing.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Were you totally, like, could you know how he does his tricks? Because I always worry, sometimes magicians, you know, sometimes, okay, I know how he did that, but...
I don't know how he did anything. But you watch for a while and you're like, okay, cool, but that's an illusion. And then he did a trick where he had just had a sheet, and he did this, and then there was a 1957 Lincoln Continental on stage, and I was like, no, that one's magic. That was magic that time.
If he can make that appear in my driveway, then that's real magic.
Right, yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Now, you know, a lot of people at home might recognize you, Mr. D, working on that show.
Yeah.
What is it like being, you know, part of that ensemble cast with Jerry, who's obviously a really great comedian?
Yeah, Jerry's so funny. Everyone on the show is really funny. Jono and Naomi and Lauren and Maestro Fresh Wes.
I know. I saw this past
exciting.
week he was on. So great.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah,
so
he's
funny.
great. And like the nicest guy in the world. But
okay. Sorry, I had to throw that in there.
He probably gets that a lot less. He probably gets, you know, backbone slide way more. He never gets searched without the Retson. So you don't even know that one. But yeah, it's a ton of fun. Jerry's hilarious, but Jerry's like the head writer and star and exec producer. So on set, he can change anything at any point. So sometimes he'll just go like, I don't really like the scene. Let's just make it up. All right, start rolling. And then, what? Okay. And then we just ad-lib a scene.
Now,
so
I know you've done a lot on television. You've been on television, multiple different platforms. But, you know, this show is really, really popular. It's really generating a lot of buzz.
It's
Are you,
doing
like,
really well, yeah.
people stopping you in the streets now? Hey, you're that guy?
I have. This is the first time I've been in Canada since it aired.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, well, I noticed you when you walked in. I was like, you're that guy from Mr. D. No.
Well, thanks, yeah. Hopefully you knew I was going to appear on your show, too.
Well,
so.
that was a little magic, too. But Copperfield and I kind of hooked it
You
up.
totally Copperfield this, yeah.
I totally did. I like that you just used Copperfield as an adjective or a verb. So working with Jerry is great. Now, one thing I want to ask you is, you're a comedian, you're a writer, you're an actor. What comes first
You really
for you?
want people at home to know that I'm a comedian, actor, and writer.
Yes, because, you know why?
Extraordinary, you didn't say extraordinary.
Oh, sorry,
this time.
extraordinary. Let me throw that in there. But no, because it's. I love when people are multi-talented, like multi-platform. You know, they have more breadth to you than just, you know, oh, I go on there and I tell jokes. It's like you have a background to it.
Yeah, I do a lot of stuff. You were asking which one I like best.
Yeah,
for me, stand-up
what do you consider
is,
yourself? Okay,
I consider myself a stand-up comic, and everything I do in acting and writing has come out of stand-up. And all that stuff has worked out great, and I'm happy to do it. But ultimately, for me, what's fun is just being on stage and telling jokes, because then there's, you know, you're on a TV show, there's 5 writers, and there's all the other actors, and the director has ideas, and you're part of a machine, and when you're doing stand-up, it's just, all right, here's my thoughts.
Yes.
Hope you guys like this.
But, you know, I do want to say, though, the reason why I bring up the acting and the writing is that I feel that in your comedy, it really shows. Because I was saying this to you off air, and I'll say it again. Please go see Oshawa Theatre tomorrow night. There's tickets available. But it's smart comedy, and that I love.
Thank you.
Because anyone can make a cheap joke or be really vulgar or bring in the, you know, the offensive language, and which sometimes is good in comedy. But, you know, it's smart funny, and I think that's what shows.
Thanks. Well, that's nice of you to say.
Well, it's true. I did spend a lot of time on YouTube last night, I gotta admit. I was like clicking around watching all Darrin Rose's comedy. It was great. Now, one thing that I thought was really interesting was reading your website. You work for Disney?
Yeah, I work for Disney writing a cartoon.
What? So
Face,
explain to me this yin and the yang, because you're doing this tour of chasing manhood and, you know, adults kind of humor and whatever, and then you write kids shows, like you had a great show on YTV. And,
yeah. Part of it is just, in Canada we make a lot of kids shows, so there's just a lot of jobs doing that kind of stuff. Although the Disney show that I actually work for Disney in the UK, not in North America.
Right.
But it just, writing for kids is exactly like writing for adults, except for you take out drinking and sex. It's otherwise exactly the same.
Do you try to add
Which is, of course, most jokes.
Do you try to add in adult humor? Because, you know, there's all these new movies out where it's kids' movies, but they have that adult
Right,
factor.
and then they like wink to the adults who have to take their kids to it. And
Yes.
then, yeah. Not at Disney. Disney does not let you do that. They have very firm rules. There's no...
Well, especially after a bunch of fiascos that have come out about
There's been a lot of
things
Disney
in the
fiascos.
credits
Yeah.
and the sky and Aladdin
Right.
reaching out. Yeah, okay. We all know about that. You can Google it and figure it out.
Yeah, and also indicative of the obsessions of people watching Disney films. It's like, all right, calm down. They're clouds, buddy. Get out. Talk to a girl. Come on.
It's true. Well, I want to get back to your show one more time because we have to go to commercial break very shortly. But Oshawa Little Theater tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Are you pumped? Are you jazzed?
Yeah, it's going to be very exciting.
Tour?
This is the first date on my tour in my hometown. It's very exciting.
Was it a conscious choice to choose your hometown?
Yeah. I did it on purpose because this is my first big headlining national theater tour. And so I'm like, oh, I'll do it in Oshawa. This seems fun.
Yes. Well, I hope that you have a great reception. Hey, hook me up with some tickets. I'm going to come.
I'll hook you up with some
I am
tickets.
definitely going to come check it out.
All right.
And you better check it out, too, because it's going to be a fantastic show. As I said, very, very funny, talented man. So please do check out the show. All the information will be available on our website of how you can get tickets. So go check it out. Oshawa Theater tomorrow night. And more daytime when we return. Thanks.